by 27th.
Okay, so that would be Sunday. So
Mm-hmm.
if we remove 26th and 27th, that would be 25th on
Yeah.
Friday. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So when should we do the deployment on? So we will have to plan both the deployments for staging and prod, and we have to keep them, you know, a day or two separate, so we get enough time to test it. So Mela, you will also have to test the
Mm-hmm.
things that we will be pushing on staging, and then you would also need time to test those thoroughly before it gets pushed to production.
Okay.
So do we want to do it that way, that we do it in local, and as soon as we are done we push it to staging, and then you continue your um, QA parallelly while we work on the other ticket, and then we can um, come to a sort of agreement, or okay, we'll do it, we do the prod deployment by, you know, maybe 23rd or 24th.
Yeah, I think.
Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
that
yeah.
would be okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so let's consider 24th
Mm-hmm.
or 23rd, maybe the end of the day of 23rd. So even if something goes down on prod, we have 2 days to fix that, because doing it on 25th will cause us to, you know, if something goes wrong, we'll have to be, you know, uh, we will have to work on weekends
Yeah.
if we do it very late of 25th, because that's Friday, and you know, prod deployment generally shouldn't do it on Friday. So keep we'll do it a day before, so we'll get enough time to see how features are, you know, behaving on prod, how things are
Mm-hmm.
settling down, and then we get 1 or 2 days to, you know, fix anything that comes up.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
Okay, so we
that
can
is
create a
okay.
ticket, we can create a ticket which is named, you know, prod deployment also
Mm-hmm.
for each sprint. We can keep a track of that as well, and then on the
Mm-hmm.
dependents ticket we can put other tickets on dependent of it, and as soon as we click on, you know, completed, we'll just have prod deployment, which we should ideally only have prod deployment ticket by, you know, 23rd or 24th, like a day or two before each of the sprint that is ending on the second week, end of the
Okay.
second week.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought, just because, you know, we'll also have to keep a track of prod deployments as well while we are developing feature. Otherwise, we'll forget it, and then there will be a crush at the end that okay, we haven't planned deployment yet, and now we are very late at the sprint, and then all those tasks will get pushed to the next sprint for deployment. So it will be hard to manage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, right. Okay. Correct me if I say anything wrong. As per my understanding, we are going to do the at the end of the 23rd of April. We are going to have the blood uh,
production
at,
deployment.
uh, and then after that, if we see any if we see anything that needs to be corrected, uh, we will be correcting within the remaining 2 days.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, and then one more thing. I'm so sorry. Um, you said something about the ticket.
So for each sprint we will create a, you know, in advance we'll create a prod deployment ticket, and
Okay.
we'll set a date for it. So we'll set a
Okay.
definite date for it, so we know okay, that's what we are aiming for. All the feature needs to be completed and pushed to prod by that date, so we'll have a cutoff, right?
Hmm.
Otherwise if we
Mm-hmm.
don't have it, then it's out in the open, we don't know like what we are working towards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Mela, ticket and cart over here is like kind of
The same thing. Yeah.
interchangeable. Same.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay. Mm-hmm. What's this? Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. So, as for one sprint, how many story points are we going to complete?
um Between two developers, I would say, so So there would be some overlapping on the features because I don't think at the moment they can work on two tickets independently.
Mm-hmm.
So mostly it's going to be overlapped most of the stories. So we can't just double the spread story points for two developers, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because there's not at the moment. Maybe after a couple of sprints we can do it once. Tankal can also work independently.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can cover twice the story points in a sprint.
Okay.
At the moment, I would say okay, 9, 18, maybe around 20 to 24. I think
20 to 24. Okay.
at max.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Mainly, if I'm not wrong, you are going to put the story point in the estimate part, right?
Sorry.
You're going to add the story point on the estimate part
Yeah.
down below the
Right.
priority.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. You're going to enter here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess then we can start with this one. Shivam, does it look any other? Does it need any uh, clarification?
No, I think this looks good. So we need to do. So we are not doing any changes. We are just moving the setup to a newer version.
Mm,
So I think yeah, this looks good. We can start on this.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think we can change the field name from estimate to story point. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's
that's a
fine.
good idea. I don't
Yeah.
think you would be able to. That's
there,
No, no. Yeah. Okay, Mela, can you go to the setting?
Okay. Setting.
Can you project setting maybe? No, 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 not over here.
Sorry. Hmm?
Can you close the cart
Mm-hmm.
and can you press that three dot over the right? Yes, and setting.
Setting.
Yeah, and then I guess you can change the field. Can you click on that? Okay, can you click on estimate? Click on it. Can you click on it? Yeah. Can you change the name to story point?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think yeah, we can go back to the.
Mm-hmm.
Can you click on the Sherab?
I just took
I think you have to go back.
you'll have to click on
back.
that arrow
Yeah, I don't.
beside setting.
Oh yeah. Can you click on the arrow beside setting? I think it will take you back.
Left side. Drop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. Now we are here. Okay. Then yeah, can you open it? Yogesh, can you send me your GitHub handle on the Google chat so that I can add you on the GitHub organization, and then she can directly what should I say, assign you.
Yes, sure.
Shivam, normally how do you guys do you guys use Scrum Poker?
I like I have used many services the setup was already done by product manager and the management team.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly we have used Jira, but we have also used Trello.
No, I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about
Okay, how to
how
give the story point?
story point.
So what about story point? Sorry.
Regarding story point, normally we used to use Scrum Poker. Mela, I guess it's better if you can open a tab on Scrum Poker. This is like what we use to, yeah, can you create an instant room? Sherab, can you name it something like that? So regarding the story point estimation, what we used to do is like, yeah, can you copy URL to clipboard and send it on the meeting chat? So normally what we used to do is like we used to estimate the story point using this kind of card.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't directly ask our developer, what's the estimation. Rather than that, what we used to do is like we will ask our developer to enter the story point that they think is suitable for this particular user story,
Okay.
and then we will Mela will click on the show button and it will show all the estimation, and then we can discuss what kind of,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So shall I select like
Yeah,
individually we'll select?
yeah. Shivam is also here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Yogesh is not in the thing.
Yeah.
I guess
So
he needs to be there also.
yeah.
Yogesh, can you join in this particular room?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I'll select the card.
Yeah. Tangle, I guess you can select the card.
Okay.
Mela, can you scroll down a little bit? We don't need to see that. Yeah. Shivam has already selected. Tangle is already selected. Yogesh, can you select? Yeah. Mela, you can show. Okay. So yeah. So I guess it's 8, right?
Yeah.
Everyone agrees to 8. So if there is no disagreement, then we normally used to proceed with that particular point. And if there is any disagreement, then we used to discuss. This is like how we used to do.
Oh, this sounds fun.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to add one thing over here. Yeah, documentation is there. Will it do? Can we do CI/CD in this part, or shall we create another card or ticket for CI/CD?
Let's do it manual at the moment because I don't. So anybody has experience like
We normally used to
I
do
can.
it via GitHub Action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did we have CI/CD set up with
Yeah.
our current prod?
Yeah. For the theme part, we have a CI/CD.
Oh,
Front-end themes.
for ADX platform we'll have to do.
Okay, I guess we will, schedule it later.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because
Yeah.
that's going to take a lot of time. So if we are not, if the sprint is not feature heavy, then I think we can take that up and define the pipeline. I can work on that.
Okay,
I
sure.
can take the ownership of that, but that's going to take some time because setting up CI/CD on ADX takes a lot of time. So we can
Sure.
plan it once we are once we have very less features.
Sure. Yogesh, I still didn't get the GitHub handle. Yeah. Or else, like, she won't be able to assign you to the card.
Yeah, just give me one second.
Okay. Okay.
Did you receive the handle?
Yes. Wait
Okay.
a minute. Let me send you a GitHub invite. I think, Mela, as of now, we can assign tangle only. We can later update it.
Okay.
Can you assign tangle?
Assigning.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10, Colin. 10. Yeah, second one.
Okay.
Yeah, Yogesh, I have sent you invitation.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Mela, can we move the card to do? I guess they will be working on it. Okay, can we go to the next card? Yeah, guys, can you read the card?
So do we have the logos for this? Logos without border.
The Tangle, I think he would be the best person to answer this.
Yeah, we do have.
Okay.
I don't understand what you mean by borders. Like what Menla means.
By the borders plus one. Wait.
So I think there's a visible border around logos which needs to be removed.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the logo issue, is it?
I mean the logos around these school and partner, as you can see over here, BD, RC, and then there's a visible border, a rectangular border around here.
Okay,
And
let's.
same goes to this one and the rest of it.
Tangle, did you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I don't think there's border. I think it's not the issue with the acid. I think.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an acid
Yeah.
issue. It's
Yeah.
just styling.
Yeah, styling issue. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kanjay.
Yep.
So, if I have a logo for, I have the new logo for the Sherab. So, like, if I want to make it like in a transparent background in SVG, like, should I do it myself or should I ask someone else? How should I do that? Like logo design.
Logo design of which one? Sherab or
The
which?
the new Sherab logo, yeah, the one which Amit has sent me.
Okay.
So that it doesn't have transparent background. It's a solid with a white background.
Okay, I
So
think
when we
yeah, you have to do it from your side because like we don't have a dedicated designer as of now.
okay.
Yeah.
I think we should create a card for that also. Because currently in the prod we have the old logo.
Okay. Yeah. We can use the latest logo instead of the old logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is pretty simple. Shall we have the estimation? Yeah, can you close this one? Okay, I guess they have already estimated.
So no, I think this is older one.
Yeah,
So
can you delete the estimation, Malak, please? Yeah, I guess it's same.
So I would just like to say this is 3 if this is only a CSS change.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not a CSS change, then
Yeah, I
I
think
think
this is just a
we'll have.
CSS change. Tangle, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, I could be wrong, and it could be just a CSS change. But let me.
I think we can. Yeah, Shivam, you can directly inspect the current thing.
Yeah, I did. If you open the image and would you be able to do it, or let me share my screen quickly for 2 seconds?
Yeah, I think you can do it. Okay, they do have a border.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. I opened this image, right,
Mm.
in a new window.
Mm.
If you see this image,
Mm.
right, there's a visible border around here.
Mm-hmm.
If you see,
Okay.
you can see it, right?
Yeah.
This is what is visible here
Yeah.
on here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Think we simply crop it, I guess.
Yeah, I think we'll have to crop it, but then we'll have to crop every one of them precisely. Otherwise, it's going to be up and down.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, it's. So, would you like to change the estimation, or I guess, yeah.
Um, let's keep it 3 for now. If we find it
Yeah.
that cropping and then replacing it's taking more time, we can readjust. Can you do 3 to 5, 3-5? Is that possible, or is just a number field? So I don't think we will be able to do it. I don't think it will take a hyphen.
Does it take a
It
hyphen,
does.
Mela?
Oh, it does. Can
Yeah,
you
it
click on
does.
right? Correct.
Oh,
No, it
enter a
doesn't
number.
take. Okay, you can keep 3 for now. We can put a comment that will adjust it once we start on it.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess this one is okay. Can we assign the developer? Okay, yeah, who will be
So-
working on it? Is it like, I think, yeah.
So, do you want to do it this way? Yogesh can take up the
Yeah,
um,
I think
uh,
Yeah.
migration one,
Mhm.
and
the migration
Denkel
is more,
take this one.
has more experience. Yeah, I'll take this one.
Yogesh is actually not here as of now. Mela, you can.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, Yogesh is here. Yogesh is here. Yeah.
Should I move this one to?
To do.
To do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mela, can you
So
explain the cart?
yeah.
Okay, so here the problem is if we move, see if we okay, if I click on the courses, it will show the course that I had taken and the certificate that I got. And if we go to the, if we click here, we see a dashboard, right? If we click to the dashboard, it shows the same page. And if we click to the Sherab logo, okay, actually, if we click to the Sherab logo, it shows the same thing. So it doesn't make sense for like three of the thing, uh, three of these showing the same page.
Okay.
So I
So
thought
Mela,
like
can you click on that name again at the right side and click on like profile or account or something else?
okay, it shows something else. Like if I click to profile, it shows
Yeah.
the profile. But
Now
if
can you
I
no, no, wait,
yeah
wait. Can you click on that logo now at the left side? Okay.
yeah
So, um, so logo basically supposed to be homepage, like it's supposed to be dashboard of the user. So just like Twitter or Facebook, when you click on the logo, it takes you the homepage
mhm
directly. So wherever you are, like how deep you are in the navigation, if you want to
mhm
go at the very top of the page or very top of the dashboard, you click on the logo. So you know that
mhm
it will take you to just the top of the page. So I think logo is fine.
mhm.
Do you want to remove dashboard from the menu from the right side drop down, or do you want to remove it from the logo and
Yeah.
keep the
Can we see your expected output that you would
yeah?
like to expected changes? What is your expected changes? Like what do you
So
want to do?
personally, I don't think this is confusing. Under drop down, it's also fine, and logo is also fine. But like, what's your expected change or enhancement?
Okay. As for the dashboard part, I think okay. Wait. When I click to dashboard, I want to like I want it to display the progress, completed course, and certificate and other accomplishment related. Okay. Accomplishment that I have achieved so far.
So
So
progress is visible under the course itself. So if you click on the course, there's a progress page. You cannot really show it like on the
mhm
dashboard, otherwise it will be very cluttered.
mhm
There will be a lot of information showing up on the dashboard, which will be
mhm
um, like user will get hit with a lot of information at once. So
mhm
you can see which course is continuing by seeing the resume course, and if the course is completed and they are assigned a certificate, you will see a view my certificate. And if they want
mhm.
to see progress, they can go inside the course and then see the progress. But if you
Okay.
want to show it on the dashboard itself, you can show it on that card, a small card.
Mhm
Maybe you can show how what percentage of course is completed by that
mhm
user.
mhm.
Uh, is that what we are expecting?
Mela, can we go to the cart? Button leads to different page. I need website logo, course dashboard button to lead to relevant pages. Okay, by when you say I need the website logo, courses and dashboard button to lead to different relevant pages. So what do you want when we click on the logo part? What do you want? Which page do you want us to take?
As for the logo, I think if it takes me to the main page,
Okay.
I think
Just the serab.org, right?
Yeah.
But
Right.
that's the page you see when you are logged out, right? So once you are visiting the site, then you will
mhm
see it. But your session is already active, right? The user is already
mhm
logged in, and he
mhm
or she is supposed to go to the dashboard of their page. So when you click on the home logo, it doesn't take you to the marketing page of the facebook.com, right? It takes you to the
mhm
direct home page, your dashboard, because you are already logged in. Your session is
mhm
active. you're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
go to this dashboard rather
Okay.
than just going to the marketing page. Sherab.org is supposed to be a marketing page, and when you click on login, you log in, and then it should be your dashboard. The home page
Okay.
should be your dashboard. So taking them
Mm-hmm.
to Sherab.org, I don't think is a good idea
Okay.
personally,
Okay.
because that is considered a marketing page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you want to keep this?
So clicking on the Sherab logo takes to main page, right?
No, it doesn't take to the main page.
No, no, no. I mean, expectation is that, right?
Expectation is
Yeah,
that,
Currently,
yeah.
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 That was my expectation. But
We can
Currently,
take
it
it
takes
to
to post, right?
Sherab.org. We can do it.
Mm.
Currently, it takes to post, right? Courses.
yeah, yeah.
We
It
have a
takes.
navigation for main page there.
If you click. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the Amit, there is another. I guess there is another disadvantage if we take directly to the dashboard, because like so most of the time when people used to click on the home button, it takes you to the initial landing page or something like that. They has that kind of mentality, but uh, whenever you click on the Sherab logo, it takes you to your course page only, right? But if you want to explore some new course, then you have to intentionally click on the discover new or main page.
Correct.
Yeah, so I guess discover new and main page seems redundant. We can have one of them. Mela, what's the
Main
difference
page, I
between?
think it's a dashboard itself, right? If you click
Yeah,
on main page, takes you to the dashboard.
Yeah.
takes you to the
Okay.
sun.
Oh, it takes you to the landing page,
Yeah,
main
landing
page.
Mm-hmm.
page. That's why we normally used to have that kind of mentality. I think that's the reason she's suggesting this change.
Okay, so we can remove main page, and landing page should be on logo.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mela,
and
can
discover.
you click on the discover new? Okay, it takes you to the all course page.
Yeah. It is. And then,
Okay, this is quite
but
different.
Yeah, discover new is intended for what it says, like this.
Yeah,
You can
yeah, it looks okay.
browse through courses and
Yeah,
enroll
it
in
doesn't
them.
look
mm,
redundant. Okay, then
Okay, so that's sorted. So instead of taking to dashboard, we'll take it to
main
main page.
page.
You
Yeah.
click on logo, and we'll remove the main page from the navigation. And what about the drop down dashboard?
mm,
What about the
sorry.
drop down dashboard? Do you want us to take you to the uh, this particular page, or which one?
The dashboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay if dashboard lists do the same thing. But then to me it doesn't make sense that there are two things for the same page, like
Because
course page.
I'll tell you why that is. Because
Okay.
this is the page that you are looking for, is looking at is the HTML page of the Django, and
Mm-hmm.
the top bar that you see,
Mm-hmm.
that's a React component.
Mm.
So if you
Mm-hmm.
search front-end app header, you will get a library, um, which is the header basically, and this header is rendered on all the pages, like React pages and HTML pages and everything. So um, if you want to make a change to this drop down, we'll make change to that component, React component, and remove the dashboard, and we will override all the front end app, including this three profile, account, and homepage, and we'll use our custom header, which will redirect it to a different login. That's why that dashboard is there in the drop down. So it was developed by two different teams, and they put the dashboard in the drop down of that React component.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want us to do, Mela? Do you want to keep the dashboard in the drop down, or do you want us to delete?
I think for now, I think it it would be better if we keep the dashboard
Okay.
in the drop down.
Okay. Okay, then can you go to the card? And you are saying you need progress of the course also. Is it mentioned
Yeah,
in the card?
yeah, it is.
Can you show us?
Okay, sure.
Click on course menu option. It takes you to user.
Yeah, over here, the third one.
Okay.
Clicking the dashboard takes the user to a personalized dashboard displaying progress, completed courses.
Mm. So Shivam was saying that he can mention the progress of that particular card course
On
on
the
the
course
card
itself.
itself. Card itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is it okay? Is it your expectation?
Sorry, can you repeat it again?
Yeah. Can we go back to the courses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you go back to this one? Yeah. Can you click on this one? Yeah. So what he was, Shivam, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. What he was saying is the progress of a progress of a course can be
Mm-hmm.
shown on the card of that particular course, like somewhere down below the start fab. There
Yep,
will
you are
be
correct.
a progress bar.
Yeah.
Saying like this much percentage is completed. Is it what you are visualizing?
Yeah.
Okay,
So that the user cannot like
got it.
understand where they left and
Okay,
how
okay.
much they need to work on.
Yeah, so I guess, Menla, we would like to have a visual illustration on what is your expectation for the progress part.
Right.
Okay. Hello, Menla.
Okay, that's all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So can you update the card with the visual illustration of where you want the progress bar to be and what color should be and all those things on that particular card? All on that particular illustration, and can you update the card so that they can proceed?
Right now, you want me to do
No, no,
it?
no. You can do it later. I
Okay,
guess all Shivam, Tengal, Yogesh got the idea. Okay, what is the expectation?
okay.
Yeah, you can do it. Anyways, you will have time because we already have 2 tickets
Yeah.
that we can work on, so
Yeah.
you will have time.
Navigation changes. Okay. Navigation path are tested. Okay. Yeah. So I guess, do you guys, other than Shivam, Tengal, and Yogesh, do you guys have any doubt about the card?
I don't have any doubt, but I just wanted to share one thing over here. That in the newer version, the homepage will be designed in the React. So we will have to make changes in the React to show the progress over each course.
Okay.
So the sherab.org that you see right now, that's an
Mm-hmm.
as I
Okay.
said before, that's a Django HTML page. But in the newer version, they also migrated it to a separate React app.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, should we wait for the latest thing and then go
No, no,
move
no.
ahead? Or
No, no. I guess they are setting up the latest one. The first card will be setting up the latest one, which
hmm?
over here Yogesh just wants, I think, Tengal to be clarified that it is not the Django app, it is React app. Django, like, it's not a Django component, it's React component. Am I right, Yogesh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not in the current version, but in the few latest version
Yeah.
that we are moving to.
After completing the card one, it will be in the latest version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and
So,
then
Mela, you will also have to add the things that we are discussing right now that we are agreeing upon. Otherwise, there will be a confusion at the end.
Okay. So,
So maybe as a comment or in the description
yeah, yeah,
itself,
yeah.
after the meeting, you can just put
Update the
those
card.
yes, update the cards. Just put the agreed upon points in the card itself. That okay, we'll keep the drop down dashboard. We'll redirect the user to the landing page when clicking on logo, and we'll remove the main page and things like that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you
So
write
that
it
will
down now so that, yeah, everyone, I think, yeah, Shivam, that's a good practice. else,
Yeah.
we will
Yes.
end up swearing each other on the
Yes.
next meeting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so the things
You
that,
don't have to do it right now. You
but
can just write it roughly in your notepad and then maybe on note with pen, and then you can put it. You
yeah,
can articulate it properly in the ticket itself
okay,
afterwards.
yeah, I'm keeping the note. We'll keep the draw down and uh, okay. So over here, the on we are keeping the dashboard drop down dashboard, and the only change that we are going to bring is when we click to the Sherab logo, it will be at the landing page, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It will take us to the landing page, and
Mm-hmm.
even inside the navigation bar, there won't be extra main page thing. It's redundant.
Okay, so
Yeah.
The
we are
second thing,
removing
and
the
how
main
it
page.
will give a design for that progress bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the second
Mm-hmm.
component is the visual illustration or the design of the how you would like to see the progress.
So
Okay.
I have one question.
Hmm.
So the progress bar is global, right? Like if you're taking two courses, how will you manage the progress?
No, no, no.
So basically, we'll have to do a modification to the backend API, and so basically that the cards that you see on the dashboard, they are loaded individually. So basically, the backend will give if you are enrolled to 10 courses, the backend will send you 10 courses, and that's how they are shown as a separate card on the page. So along with each details of the course, we will also have to get the progress
Okay,
from the
okay,
backend and then add it to that JSON or
okay,
that
cool.
courses details and then show it individually.
Okay, okay.
So there will be a backend change plus a front end change. Because at the moment the progress is only fetched from the backend when you are inside the course, right? On that tab of the progress. It's not called when you are outside of the course on the main page. So that has to be routed on the main page.
Cool. Okay, Menla, if you are done with the note, then can we go to the estimation part?
Do we want to break this story down because the last point is a backend and front end change, and that's going to be a comparatively
Bigger.
comparatively bigger change,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
do you want to keep it in this ticket itself?
Menla, what do you want to do? Hello, Menla. If you, I think you have muted yourself. Can you unmute?
So, you think this will be an epic? So you want me to break the story down?
Yes. So the first 2 points that we discussed is purely front end change, right? So
Okay.
um, and the third point that we discussed is more of a
Yeah, yeah.
feature that we'll have to do. We'll have to do a changes from both sides. So we can combine all three, but then the story points will be much bigger. I think we
Right.
can work on it independently if we break it down.
Okay. So you want me to break down the story into two parts?
No,
Yeah,
it's yeah. He's suggesting it's your decision actually. Yeah.
yeah.
What do you want to do? It will be what he's suggesting is if we break it down into two story, it will be easier for you to tracking. But if you
Mm-hmm.
want to keep it in the single story, thinking about the context of uh, thinking of losing context and everything like that, then you can keep it in this one only and you can proceed. This is up to you only. What do you want to do? If you want to break it down, then I think you have to remove the third part and
That
create
part you
another
mean that?
card, uh, third accepting criteria, and create another card for the third accepting criteria.
Okay, sure. Then I think I'll make it into two story.
Yeah, that way we
mean,
can
yeah.
assign the two stories separately as well. So front end, small front end change Tankal can take, and then that progress feature Yogesh can take. Otherwise,
Or
on the one story itself, are you able to assign two people, or you can only assign a single person to a ticket?
I think if we create a new, convert it into a issue.
Yes, convert to a sub issue. You can do that. Yeah, so it will link it to this ticket itself.
Yeah. Wait. And then you can assign it to another
Oh, that
individual
created
issue.
an issue. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
that created a. It didn't create a ticket. It created an
Create
issue
an issue.
Issue.
Yeah.
on the
Okay.
project. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you want me to? Okay, I'll make a ticket for this one.
Yeah,
So
we
we'll
will.
have to.
Shivam, I guess we can do some sort of like this. As of now, we can get the estimation for this card as part of the only front end changes that we need to do on the logo thing, and then yeah, we can have another card for the acceptance criteria 3.
So
Mela,
let's do
can you
that
do
twice,
something like
and
this?
then
Hello, Mela.
So you want me to remove this one for now?
Yeah, can you
And then
edit the card?
create.
Edit the card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you edit the card?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you remove that one? Number 11. Yeah, yeah, save. Yeah, I will create another card. By then, you guys can proceed with the uh, estimation.
Estimation.
So we're estimating for the front end part only, right?
Front end part
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are going to set the story point as 3. Since majority error.
No, if there is different, you should ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Now, whom should I assign this to?
It was sent to me.
Okay.
and do you want to also estimate that one? We don't have a ticket, but we can.
I have already created a ticket.
Okay.
Progress bar for list card in dashboard. Okay,
I'll
dashboard.
update this. I'll update the current card, the front end card.
Which one?
The one we estimated. Currently, it's the full card, right? So I'll.
No,
make
it
the
has
front
been
end
already updated, Tengal.
Mm-hmm.
card. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to update. Mela, you can drag. Yeah. I think the title is quite clear, right? The detail will be populated by Mela later.
Yes.
Yeah, progress bar for list card in dashboard.
Yeah. So, for this one, we are estimating the thing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Yogesh and Tangle, basically you guys have two thing. Yeah, already estimated.
Oh,
So,
well,
Yogesh thinks it's an 8-pointer story.
Okay.
Oh no. Mm-hmm.
Shivam and Tangle, why do you guys think it's a 8-pointer?
so I chose 8 point because for me, I think for both we are doing both front end and back end.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll take a little bit much more time, and yeah. So the current also we are doing it in the newer version, so I don't have that much experience in that. like one. So I chose 8.
Yeah, exactly. Same as Tankal's point. Um,
Mm-hmm.
is correct. And mainly there would be a change in the backend API. Uh, uh, we'll have to do it in a way that it doesn't take much time to load on the homepage, because that's a dashboard page. You don't want it to take a longer time to load for the user. So we'll have to find a correct way to pull those information. We'll also have to calculate, because on the progress page itself, it calculates the percentage, how much is completed. The directly percentage is not stored. The units, total units out of how many units are completed, and then the calculation is done also on the back end to show to show the percentage on the progress page. The same we will have to do on the dashboard page. And then the design is itself is not finalized, so we don't know how would the design look on the front end, and how complicated would that be to show, right? If it's a bar, then again, um, bar has a different library on front end, on the JS side, which have to be shown. So I'm not sure the complexity of that as well. That's why I'm giving it 8.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about Yogesh?
And what?
Yeah, so it sure has complexity because we need to change this on front end and back end both parts. I gave it 5 points because we gave 8 points to the first card, which was to migrate the whole edX. So compared to that, I gave the 5 points to this one.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
that also makes sense. The migration should have higher points
mhm.
compared
Mm-hmm.
to this, but that's fine, I think.
Yeah. So, shall we? Normally, what we used to do is we again used to estimate. Shall we re-estimate and see what's the changes? Or if there is any agreement, we can settle it on somewhere around like 6 or 7.
I think we can do it. Make it
Tengal and
running with.
Shivam, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think we can reach an agreement like 6, 7 or something. If Yogesh.
Shivam?
Um, yeah, I think 7 is fine.
So
So what are we agreeing on? 6 or 7?
yeah, we should come to
7,
an end.
7 I guess.
7, yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go ahead with 7. Start date. Wait, I'm sorry. Now, who should I assign this to?
Yogesh.
Yes, you can assign it to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's enough for this sprint. We're already at 21.
Yeah, we have 21.
Okay.
I think I can do one more, I guess, because mine are little bit smaller ones.
Yeah, I think Shivam, shall we assign one more card to Tengal?
Okay.
Mm,
Should I open this one?
okay, which one do you think is like a little bit simpler? Personalized student profile with social media integration. By then enhance student profile page for personalized.
First, can we?
Can you open this one? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your expectation?
So over here, what I see is normally if we going to Sherab, we see this thing, right? Welcome to Sherab LMS, and then there is a search box over here. So instead of this one, I'm thinking of like, having a search box, and to the right hand of it we have a the thing drop down menu where we can like search according to school or teacher based on teacher, somewhat like
That
too
will
much.
be a bigger backend change.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't think there's a filter for organization, but that's not on front end. So organization can be done, but author wise, I'm not sure at the moment,
mm-hmm.
because you already select organization when you are creating the course. So I don't think filtering it by school would be a problem, as long as we are using school name as a organization name when we are creating a
Yeah.
course. So we can
Mm-hmm.
filter it through organization, but at the moment there is no way to filter it by author, as far as I'm aware. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that has to be added. The filtration for author at the backend, and then that has to be this filter for the drop down filter will also be added here. So
Okay.
So
that's a higher story point ticket.
okay. Wait,
We can take analysis if you want. Tankle can take analysis of how it can be done, and we can take it to we can take it in the next sprint. If he has time, we can start the analysis.
Uh-huh. But I
analysis
guess,
is
uh, I guess for MVP, I think the filter on the school basis is more than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that
Mela,
is
what do you
already
think?
there. If you go to the main page,
mm-hmm.
in Discover New, you would have a section at the right side,
Yeah,
that is by organization, which is school.
yeah, we have
Yeah,
organization.
so you already have
Mm-hmm.
that,
Yeah.
but you want that organization where?
On the main page.
Okay, as a drop down.
Yeah, wait, should I show something else? 깜찍어.
So
Okay.
instead of that search button, we will have a drop down which will show.
No, search with drop down. That's what
Wait,
she is shown.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So do we want to do it this way? We already have logo at the bottom, and we click on the logo. Instead of taking it to the school, we can take it to the page where it will show the courses of that school,
Mm-hmm.
or search with
This
drop
can,
more intuitive. But I'm just throwing out ideas.
Yeah.
okay. Can you say it once again, please? I didn't follow.
So we want a search with a drop down. So instead of that blue search button, there will be a drop down. Is what you're
Yeah,
designing,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that drop down will show all the schools, and then what is the point of search? I don't understand.
No,
Okay, so you will
wait.
enter the name of the course and then you select a school.
Mm. This, wait.
Is that what we are saying?
Mm.
So can you go back to that design on the ticket?
Mela, do you have anything that you would like to show us? It seems like you have something to show us.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it, but wait. I don't find it. Please. Let's see. Come with it. Like, can you see?
No, we can't. We can't. We are only able to see the project board.
So,
It seems like you are not sharing the entire screen.
okay, wait.
Can you share your screen again? It seems like you are sharing only a tab or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
So can somewhat like this. When I click on all, so if I search anything, like search for a thing,
And
we can like get all the things. And if if I click on school, it shows only the result related to school only.
Okay.
If I
Okay.
like particularly want to find a lesson or a thing from a organization or a school, and the last one based on teacher. Like in case of Buddhism, we have like if I want to find some teaching related uh, a teaching taught by Mingyur Rinpoche, then
Yeah.
like for that one
So
I can click that out.
they are just okay. Okay, so it's not showing the actual schools or teachers, it's just adding a filter to it.
Yeah.
So you still enter the course name, but you filter it by, let's say, teacher or by school, and it's only going to search within that school or or the authors.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Melash, can we go to next card? I think this card needs more, uh,
Mm-hmm.
homework to be done, because, like, I guess we are still not able to understand clearly what user is expecting. So I think we can make it a little bit clearer and update the card, and we can work on it on the next sprint or something like that. Shall we do
Mm-hmm.
something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think this one would be a bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is just a configuration. So what you will have to do is
Mm-hmm.
other sign-in options. So you can add social auths, but we will need Sherab Facebook account, or Google account, Gmail account basically,
Mm-hmm.
and
No.
then
Okay. Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
once you create that in the developer options, we will get tokens, access tokens, and things like those. So there's a whole configuration. So the groundwork is already there. OpenEdX provides a blueprint. On top of
Mm-hmm.
that, you can create your application, and then under those application, you can do the configuration. So let's say on the Facebook, you want to do the user sign in with Facebook or sign up with Facebook. But at our side also, for authentication, we will have to configure it on the admin panel. And once you'll create a Facebook account for Sherab, and you go to the Facebook's developer options, and you add all the social auth details. What would be the redirect URL once the user authenticates himself or herself, and you will have to add access tokens and things like those for the integration.
Mm-hmm.
There's a documentation on OpenEdX, but this will be
This will be bigger story.
yes, we can take this. Do we already have Facebook accounts in place?
No.
Mm,
Here, I think here what I'm trying to say is like instead of like filling all the things over here, we can click to the Google account and then log in using a Gmail or something.
Yeah, I got that. So when you click
Mm-hmm.
on sign in with Gmail, right? It takes
Mm-hmm.
you to the Gmail page, and then you enter your email, and then you authenticate, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Gmail has to contact our application to pass those details, full name, email,
Okay.
password, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
there's a callback URL that needs to be set up on Google
Mm-hmm.
side. So for that, you need a Sherab's Google account where you will enter all those details. What would be the callback URL? What would be the access token to communicate between shareup.org and Google account.
Okay.
So there's an authentication layer needs to be set up between
mm,
shareup.org and Google or Facebook or Apple, right, or
Okay.
LinkedIn or
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a OAuth, it's a social OAuth. You call it social OAuth. There's a
Okay.
documentation available, and you need Sherab's account for those official accounts
Mm-hmm.
for authentication.
I think we
So
have Google official for Sherab. We don't have
Yeah.
Facebook and Mac, Apple.
we don't have to we don't have to enable Apple.
Mm,
So there are
Mm-hmm.
five or six options: Google, Facebook, Apple, LinkedIn, and Microsoft. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We can just keep the most used. We can keep Google and Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and then later on we can add maybe Microsoft or LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than Microsoft or LinkedIn, I think Apple would be better because like
Better option.
uh,
Yeah.
there are lots of people in China who has only Apple ID, who doesn't have Google and Facebook and all those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why I didn't choose Apple ID is because we'll have also have to create Apple is very tedious when it comes to integration. So you will have to create an Apple ID for ShareUp, then you have to get it approved by Apple, and then
Mm-hmm.
you will have to enter developer options why you want to use it, and you'll have to it can be done but not as easily as we can do,
With
let's say,
Facebook and
Gmail or
yeah,
Facebook.
I
Yeah.
guess yeah we can start with Facebook and Google. Mela, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we'll go ahead.
yeah. And Mela, I think I have a okay. Shivam, with Google and Facebook, I think it should be, it can be doable by Tangle, right? With this sprint,
Within this.
Do we have ShareUp accounts for those?
we can create. We have for Google, but we don't have Facebook. Facebook we can create.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then instead of keeping it. Shut up. For now in Sherab, we have that social login for Google, but over there it's written, but there is no logo. So instead of um, that, I think it would be better if we have a logo.
Okay, front will change now.
Mm.
Shivam, what do
Okay,
you think? Do you think Tangle will be?
OpenEdX removed the official documentation from their site, but I got a discussion forum.
Mm-hmm.
So this will give you an idea of what to expect. If you check the plugin code, you will see social auth OAuth secrets, right? Google OAuth to Facebook. So these are the secret tokens. You will get those when you have a account on Google, the Sherab's account. It has to be a Sherab account, and then you set up an account for sherab.org OpenEdX, and you add it as your authentication application. Once you set it up, it will give you an access token. It will ask for the callback URL as well. It's mostly configuration.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
got
it's
it.
mostly configuration driven. Only part you will touch in a code is just setting this access tokens in a variable. That's the only code. We don't have to do any changes, but it's mostly everything is configuration driven.
Okay.
We can take it and we can
Yeah.
come to an agreement that we don't have to complete it in this sprint, but we can start it in this sprint,
Yeah.
and then we can roll it back to next sprint.
Okay. Yeah. Then Mela, can we start the estimation?
Yeah. So
Okay,
this
we are saying we are doing two, Facebook and Google.
Yeah. Facebook and Google only.
Okay.
I have a small suggestion on this design perspective. I think it won't affect much. Yeah, just the order of the thing. I will give the feedback to Mela, and yeah, it shouldn't be a big issue.
Um,
Okay, 8. So by 8 story point, like normally, how long will it take? Shivam?
Normally it takes you have to create three separate applications, one for local
Mm-hmm.
staging and prod.
Mm.
If you are successful with one, the replicating other two would be very easy.
Mm-hmm.
I am giving it 8 because there are two integrations, Facebook and Google.
Mm-hmm. No, no,
So
no.
you can
I'm
consider
just
it as
asking what is the, when we say 8 story point, what's the
eight story point is around 3 to 4 days.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay, Mela, can you update the story one?
Story one.
Yeah.
So in this case, uh, half of the task will be postponed to the next sprint, or what? Are we going to complete this in this sprint
No,
itself?
we will try. If
Mhm.
if it didn't finish as per expectation, we will roll back. We will take it to the next sprint. This is what
Okay.
Shivam is suggesting.
Okay.
So comments are very important, man. Like you'll have to put whatever we are discussing, you will have to put it under the ticket
Okay, sure.
for transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Because once we are overloaded with tickets, we will forget what we had agreed upon on those tickets. So comments would
Okay,
be
okay.
really helpful.
Okay, I'll keep to that. So over here we are going to do about the thing that we are going to implement is only about the Google and Facebook only, right? We are not going
Right.
to work on the Apple. And then
Right.
if wait, if a okay,
And we'll start it, and if we are not finished, then we can.
move it to the
Yes.
next part. Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Sure. Okay.
And can you assign it to
I'll up-
can you assign it
Yeah.
to Tangle and move it to do?
Okay.
Okay. I think we have enough for this sprint.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, and it's almost one over here. One. So shall we wrap up the meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tangle, can you please send me that command and PEM file for the server?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Shivam, do you have Discord?
Yes, yes, I do have Discord.
So, Kal, then I think we can add it to the Sherab channel. Can we?
We can. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
definitely do that.
Sherab channel.
Yeah.
So that I can send the file.
Yeah.
It's much safer that way.
So I guess yeah, adding Shivam to Discord and all those things can be done by Mela, so that Tangle you can focus on development. Tangle and you guys can focus on development part. I just don't want people to waste time on these things.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I just want the server details. I can
yeah, you
connect to it and check. You can send it
I'll
over
send it.
email or WhatsApp.
WhatsApp or
WhatsApp,
something like
I
that.
think that
It doesn't have to be
WhatsApp. Yeah.
Discord at the moment. Yeah.
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 And another thing is Shivam regarding today's stand up. What shall we do? Is it are we going to have any specific meeting?
I don't think how much progress we'll make in 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and okay.
Uh,
And
But
Menla can decide if you want to have next sprint's planning today. If she wants to refine current sprint's tickets, we have quite a few changes. But that's Menla's to decide.
okay. So what I'll do is I'll write down the comment, and then we can have the stand-up meeting and the N plus sprint meeting from tomorrow onward. About that, because like you said, within 2 hours.
Okay.
So, sure, my some question. Where the latest version is Sumac version, right? I think.
Yes. Sumac.2, I think we can use.
So, because I think if we agree upon the version we are setting up in our servers, it will be easier to work on locally.
Yeah, let's use Sumac.1 because Sumac.2 is very latest. I don't know if there's going to be bug there.
Yeah.
Sumac.1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. it seems like we are going to have the stand up and the sprint n plus sprint planning from tomorrow onwards.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay.
And Shivam, so one more thing.
Yeah.
I'll send you the PEM file. It's already the file is the it's already added to the staging server. I think you need to add it to the prod server.
Um,
Tengal, please,
Yeah.
can you create another instance for this particular version of the Sherab? Because we don't want to touch the current working Sherab
Okay.
as of now. Because
So
there
you're
are people
creating
who
one
is
more
taking
instance.
course as of now. That's why we don't want to do it
Okay.
directly on that particular instance.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So
then
two
we
more.
would need a DNS connection on that server on the new instance. So Kadan, what you are saying is we don't touch the current production server. We'll create a new instance and do the migration there. Is that what you're saying?
This is what I'm suggesting, because like, or else if we if we do the migration on the current existing server, will it create any issue?
It can. It can. It's ideal to do it on a different instance,
Mm.
but I'm saying that we'll have to have a DNS connection on that in new instance itself
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm. Yeah.
Otherwise, how would we going to
Yes.
access it on front end? And when you're doing the Twitter setup, you need to put the domain name.
Ah, fuck yes. Mm. So if we do it on the current Sherab,
So here's what I would say. We can take the production database backup of MongoDB and MySQL. We can restore it on staging, right? So we replicate the whole production environment on staging. That it will be a longer process, but I think just to be safe, we can do that. We can restore those database on staging to replicate it on replicate the same scenario of production, and then we can do the migration directly on staging. Of course, after doing it local first, and then we'll see how it how it goes. If it goes smoothly, then we can take a risk of doing it on prod. Otherwise, we just create a new instance and new DNS connection and just keep it separate. Keep the production server running, so in case something goes wrong, we have the current one running.
Can we do some sort of like this? Can we uh, can we fix the DNS connection with a subdomain or something like that from the existing domain?
We that I was thinking of that as well. Like we can say
We can say some sort of like
upcoming dot sherab.org,
something like that
and then it is up and running. We can change the domain to sherab.org.
later.
Yeah, I haven't done it previously,
Mm-hmm.
not at least with Tutor,
Mm-hmm.
but we can try that. Because
Okay.
then that's a DNS change from the older instance to a newer instance. The pointing is changing, the IP is changing from one server to other server. So I don't know how that goes, how Twitter handles that,
Mm-hmm.
but we can try that. I think that is good option to try.
Yeah. Shivam, can you explore that one subdomain thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
I
can
think
give
that
an
will be
idea on that.
much more convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it.
But I need the current server's access because Yogesh will have to take a backup of the database.
Yeah.
So just the command that you used, Uncle, right now, you might be using something SSH, username
got
at
it.
rate IP,
Yeah,
and
I'll
then
send.
file. Just send those details to me. I can.
I've sent you the.
Okay. You emailed it to me.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Just 1 second. Okay, I got it.
1 second. Send you the command. This is for staging.